I'm Jane Adardo.
Tonight, we're honored to have two special guests in attendance. They are renowned filmmakers and directors in Hong Kong. Ms. Mabel Zhang Yun Tang and Mr. Alex Lo Kai Yu.
We also appreciate the presence of the following guests. The previous master of the Graduate House from 1999 to 2001, Professor Bernard Chung from the Faculty of Medicine. The Truman Fellows of the Graduate House, Professor N.H. Chan from the Department of Biochemistry, Professor Gary Chung from the Faculty of Dentistry, Dr. Lee Hui from the Faculty of Education, and Ms. Jessica Young from the Faculty of Law.
Also joining us tonight, we have Mr. Jim Chen, the chairman of Graduate House Residence Committee, and also the member of Graduate House Committee of Management, Hong Kong University, and Mr. Chua Wai Hong, the Vice President of Postgraduate Student Association, Hong Kong University, and also the member of Graduate House Committee of Management, Ms. Fiona Yu, the President of Postgraduate Student Association, Hong Kong University.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join hands together to welcome our distinguished guests.
Now, it's my honor to invite a gentleman to open tonight's event. He is the man who hangs out with us, the man who served his time making Graduate House a great student hall, and the man who we call our master, Professor Billy Chow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome Professor Billy Chow, our master, to deliver the opening speech.
Because while visiting our guest of honor, we're not here. Anyway, distinguished guest, tutor fellows, previous master of the house, friends and residents. And first of all, I would like to thank you all for coming to today's event and welcome you all to this year's high table dinner of the Graduate House. I hope you enjoy this great tradition of the house, that is that we host and organize the most glamorous high table dinner of this university. And I hope you enjoy the wine and the food that I handpicked for you, as well as the company, and also this beautiful venue, and have a memorable and great night tonight. To begin with, I'd like to thank our honorary fellow, Jonathan. And I actually have done that on Facebook to thank him for writing our house song. The house song is We Are One. And the idea of We Are One is what I would like to share with you today. As most of you know that I enjoy gardening I try to set up the best foundation possible for the plants and with good soil, active compost, and the right containers. To make sure that plants grow, get enough water, nutrients, and nice trimming now and then. And if you do wonder how I make sure that all these will happen and in order, it is by repeatedly reminding my wife that these poor little plants need love and attention. Anyway, while building a good foundation can be time-consuming, I know a strong foundation makes for a more sustainable garden that can withstand future challenges and adversity. I think building a garden is like building a community. In the beginning, there is nothing but intentions and ideas, but with hard work and commitment, it will take on a life of its own. When I first became the master, 5 years ago, if you still remember that, some of you, I guess the staff, people who work in the office, remembers that. I noticed that at that time, residents kept to themselves, and the only form of sharing was by an annual newsletter. I thought, hey, we have 200 plus great minds and diverse interests and background living under one roof. What can I do to bring them together? How can I create a foundation that nurtures oneness? How do I cultivate unity amongst strangers? Unity does not grow overnight. It takes time for people to know one another. Relationship deepens only when there is trust, understanding, and kindness. The message behind the T-shirt of the house that says unifying differences, which is a clear message that I like to achieve as a master. I can only create the foundation. The rest I know was up to the residents. Through involvements in interest groups, floor meetings, RC gatherings, tutor teams, residents began to take on roles in the community that find a special place for themselves. By working through disagreements and cooperating in projects, friendships has blossomed, sometimes even love, and marriages actually have taken place. I have actually been invited to a couple of these wedding occasions. That was lovely. A few outstanding individuals. We have, for example, Jim, the RC chair, Shannon, Jason, actually you can see him every day downstairs organizing many different activities for the house. We have KK, who is like the house musician, and we have Shouchai. Shouchai is the badminton leader. And Shouchai, of course, played badminton with us, and he also has to lose to me when he plays badminton. So it's as if he has another choice. He has to lose anyway. So. Anyway, a few outstanding individuals have shown the ability to transcend the ego and steer the action towards the benefits of the whole, clearly exhibiting the true meaning of what happens to one happens to all. Being one has nothing to do with living in the same building. It is defined by feeling in the heart that resonates with the hearts of others, that says, hey, we are in this together. As I look around this hall today, I see that bringing unity to Graduate House community has brought about the most amazing synergistic effects, literally take on a life of its own. I hope the friendship forged here at Graduate House will continue to enrich the lives of residents for years to come. And the feeling of we are one lives in our hearts. Last year, I used a Chinese poem, Lao San Ming, saying, The end of the poem was 南陽諸葛路，西蜀子雲亭，孔子云何陋之有 and I added a sentence, Call you graduate house, 孔子云何陋之有 to end my little speech. This year, I would like to use a quote from The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. It says, all for one and one for all. United we stand, divided we fall. And I would like to remind you towards the end of this little speech, the song, a house song. Knowing that in the heart, we are one. Thank you.
Thank you, Master, for such an inspiring and heartwarming speech. The residents of the Graduate House all witnessed the remarkable changes brought by our Master. The interest groups, the facilities, and of course, our house spirit. Everyone has enjoyed our stay and each other's company. We all appreciate the devotion of our Master. Now, it is my pleasure to call upon our resident committee chairman, Mr. Jim Chen, to say a few words.
Dear guests and my fellow residents, it is a great honor for me to stand here on behalf of the Residents Committee. First of all, I would like to welcome all of your attendance. If I use a word to describe the theme of my speech, this word is sharing. Graduate House is more than a place for us to reside. It is a part of our life here in Hong Kong. In this home away from home, we make new friends and share our happiness and joy with each other. We support each other to overcome difficulties. Graduate House is a home for us. I saw lots of residents contributed a lot to this house, and our residents love this house as well. Without you, we cannot have the various wonderful interest group activities, and also we cannot have this fabulous event. Without you, we cannot achieve our success in the Green Living Campus contest last year. I would like to say that thank you all for your contributions and support. The annually high table dinner is a great event of Graduate House. I want to take this rare opportunity to thank the Graduate House management team for their preparing for this high table dinner and all of your support. At last, I want to show my thanks and my gratitude to my other colleagues for their contributions to this big event. Enjoy tonight and thank you.